Welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Thank you so much for joining me. In these new moon readings, we are asking for very specific guidance. Now, I am doing these readings in the energy of a brand new moon. It's the 9th moon cycle of this year. It is the tribal moon cycle we are about to begin of Setting Sun Woman. So we are asking, because Setting Sun Woman is actually the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. So we are asking for guidance from the moon of Setting Sun Woman for guidance and information about your new moon wishes and your intentions. There is card number 1 already, card number 2 I'm seeing, and card number 3. So we're drawing 3 cards to help to guide you in to whichever reading is going to be right for you. We'll also draw a rune and a charm as well. Card number 1, reading number 1, you have the card of the Mentor. Card number 2. Oh, what do we have here? We have 2 cards for reading number 2. How interesting. We have the Destroyer and the Box. Okay, that's reading number 2. I'm actually going to keep them together. It feels really important that they are both in that reading. And reading number 3, you have the Threshold. Okay. Seems very appropriate given the nature of the moon. For anyone who is interested in learning more about setting new moon wishes and intentions, I have already uploaded a video very specifically about this new moon. I'm going to be uploading videos, not just, I previously have been doing sort of daily moon updates. I'm now actually shifting and creating videos with information about manifesting with the moon, very specifically using the moon cycles. But anyway, I'm not going to dive into that now. So reading 1, reading 2, reading 3. Let us draw a rune and a charm for each. We are asking Setting Sun Woman, the keeper of tomorrow's dreams, for guidance and information for your new moon wishes and intentions. Actually, I'm going to draw straight to these as well. Okay, so reading 1, you have the rune of wholeness and you have a leaf. Reading 2, you have a flamingo and you have the rune of nourishment. Nourishment, possessions, the Box and the Destroyer. Reading number 3, you have the charm of the starfish, you have the rune of joy and the card of the Threshold. Beautiful energy. Super Souls, I'll leave the video running for just a moment for those of you who want to take a little bit more time, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. If you need to pause the video, just do so. Take as long as you need, but trust your intuition. It will always guide you to the right reading for you. Reading number 1, welcome. You have been guided to this reading by the card of the Mentor, this beautiful leaf and the rune of wholeness. Now, we are asking for guidance around your wishes and your intentions from Setting Sun Woman, who is the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. Now, you may be tuning in with this reading at the time that I have actually posted it. Your cards are flying out. Wow, I'm seeing these 2 as well. But you can come to these readings at any time. The energy of the new moon and the energy of what you are shown will be relevant to you at any time. So this will be a timeless reading, even though that I am recording it within the energy of this particular moon phase. So we have unhappiness is your first card. Gosh, these are some very interesting cards as a starting point. There's only one way to go. It's okay not to be okay. Imperfection. And say yes. What are you waiting for? The answer to your question is yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is very interesting. Now we're asking about your new moon wishes and intentions. I feel like there's something you're almost not allowing yourself to have. There's something you really, really want that you're wishing for. And somewhere, we'll draw more cards before I can be really specific here, or I'll try and get as specific as I can for a general reading. But reading number 1, Super Souls. Yes, you can is the answer. It's almost like there is a wish, a desire, a something you want. And I think you've held back from almost like setting the intention to have it. Intentions and wishes are different. I'm not going to go too much into that now in this reading. I've uploaded a video about new moon wishes and intentions as well. So, and I'll be doing ongoing videos about manifesting with the moon anyway. But this is really, really interesting. It's almost like you're being offered. I love this energy here. It's like the universe here. Setting Sun Woman, very interesting, isn't it? Setting Sun Woman, I'm literally feeling like as the sun goes down and we're in the darkness, you know, that in the darkness, in the shadows, that's when we often experience our greatest yearnings. We can be busy through the day, we can keep ourselves occupied, you know, we get through things. It's in the wee hours of the night, in the darkness, when those yearnings and those dreams surface, the things we really, really want. And sometimes it's almost like we live in a world where I sometimes feel it's a bit like we're fired upon by, I'm going to call it relentless positivity. Okay, now I am a really, really positive person, and those of you who follow my readings, you will know that. I look for the higher vibration in everything, but I've really realized that we have to validate and acknowledge what isn't okay in order to raise our vibration and invite in basically the opposite. So when we feel something that we're unhappy about, actually it's a starting point for us to identify what we do want. I feel like there's something you really desire and yet you haven't quite allowed yourself to have it. This reading already is saying yes, you can. Setting Sun Woman, the keeper of tomorrow's dreams, she is saying yes, you can have this dream. Don't duck away from it. This is the path you should follow. Say yes to this. What are you waiting for? There's a real vibrant energy coming through. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to know that things don't always run smoothly, but that should not stop you from believing that you can have something that you really, really want. Now, let's draw more cards for you. We'll draw some oracle cards and some tarot. I think just the one from this pack, actually. And for you, again, just the one. And an angel answer as well. I'm going to giggle if this comes out saying yes. No need to worry. Well, that's equally beautiful and lovely, is all I can say. Right, let's draw from a tarot pack and see what we're shown. Now, that one is definitely yours. I'm seeing these two as well. I want more from here. Okay, reading number 1. Let's have a little look at these cards here. Look at that field of dreams. This is so beautiful. Look at this. This is so beautiful. Say yes. I'll place that here. Look at all these, I just want to say, these ginormous eggs waiting to hatch. And these beautiful fairies, nymphs, nature spirits sitting on those eggs, just being with you, nurturing you, holding your dreams. Wow. Reading number 1. I feel like you guys, maybe we'll draw more cards around this and we'll see what we're shown. But stuff has happened that has almost left you feeling like either it dampened your dreams or you felt it wouldn't happen. There really is no need to worry. You really are being shown this. What do we have here? Her joy renders the impossible task possible. Reading number 1. I am really loving your reading already. This is just gorgeous. I almost feel like it's like the universe wants to mentor you into this place of possibility. It's a really super lovely reading. It's really interesting. I turned over unhappiness. It's okay not to be okay. Imperfection. And then we got the yes card and I thought, this is a turning point. This is energy shifting. This is stuff moving forwards. This is the path you must follow. We have our tarot cards. Let's see. We have 21, the world. This is an ending and a beginning. 6 of Swords. You are leaving something behind, as in a phase of difficulty, of challenge, a phase when I think you lost sight of possibility. Let me move this card over here for a moment, Super Souls. I'm just going to place it here because I want a bit more room to run these cards through. Where are we? Let me just move these over for you. Okay. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the card of the Magician. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the card of Strength. Beautiful energy here. Now we're going to have trouble. Let's put these down here for a moment. We're going to draw more cards anyway, but just right now, let's sit these so that we can see everything we have. We always end up layering cards on top of cards because we end up needing to draw so many to follow it all through. Wow. I feel like this leaf is a leaf of fertility for you, but it's a very special leaf of fertility. It doesn't feel like we're being given a seed. I feel like you're being given something that says, do you know what? You've grown. And now you've grown, it's time to flourish. That's what we're being shown here, reading number 1. The keeper of tomorrow's dreams. I feel like the energy, the message that's coming through is that she has protected your dreams. Your dreams have been protected. It's almost as though they have been held by nature spirits, fairies, the moon, the universe. That I feel like this isn't even just your spirit team that are with you. It's as though the team of your personal team of the universe. The moon, setting sun, woman. Even we've just come through the moon phase of She Who Heals, which pressed a lot of buttons for a lot of people. This is time when this leaf is actually saying to me, Super Souls, your dreams have been held safe. It's almost like they were put for safekeeping somewhere while you were navigating some quite challenging stuff. There was some stuff you had to deal with, and it was part of your growth. You moved from being a little sapling to being a tree that could bend in the wind. And you're still maybe, a few of you I think, and you're still in that place of sort of uncertainty. You know, when you go through quite a lot of stuff and you really begin to think, I'm running out of resilience, I'm running out of durability. In reality, you are learning resilience and durability. You're putting down roots. You've become, every step of the way, you've become stronger. And that is really being honoured here. The reason you haven't got something like a seed and you've got a leaf is because it's like your nature's team, because I feel like there's a universal team here. It doesn't just feel like your spirit team. It feels like there's a bigger picture that seriously has your back. And they're saying, look, you have grown, you have developed. You are now a young tree with roots in the ground. For some of you, you're quite an old tree. You've got wisdom. You're wise. I mean, the trees are... The trees are the guardians, I think, of, they are the guardians of knowledge. They are the guardians of the earth, I always feel. You're, interestingly enough, now in a place where you can actually mentor other people. When this card came through, I wondered, is a mentor going to come into your life, reading number 1? But no, you are now in a position where you can be a mentor, because you actually have been through enough to be able to know the value of everything. It's like the rings of a tree. You know, every ring in a tree shows a year of that tree's life and experience. And, you know, when a tree is felled, you know, or it falls and it's cut, within those rings you can see the weather of the years. You can see how they have weathered the storms. It's in the imprint inside of them. And this is what we're being shown here. There's a validation here saying, look, it's really okay not to be okay. You've had to really do some deep diving recently. That's what I'm being shown. You've literally journeyed into the shadows, really. But interestingly enough, I think within those shadows, it's where you found the light. The shadows really are not places for us to be afraid. They are places where we actually find ourselves, hence the rune of wholeness. Because it's through that deep diving that we become whole human beings, and whole means that we are then able to contribute to the journeys of others. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. I love it. I love it. You have the level of strength. Look at the infinity symbol on the arm of this person here. Absolutely amazing. You have the strength that comes from the real experience of being genuinely vulnerable. And that's real strength. It's not the sort of strength that comes where we develop a defense or we develop a system of management. It's a strength that comes from wholeness. Now, this is a very interesting reading. And we are going to be drawing more cards, reading number 1. First of all, this is the primary message. Your dreams have been held safe. While you weathered storms and developed resilience and wisdom from your experiences, there really is no need to worry. Whatever unhappiness you may still feel around you, look at it, go into those shadows, and you know that you deserve the opposite. Say yes. This is a significant turning point for you. It is now time for your dreams almost to be gifted back to you. They are intact. None of the eggs have been broken. Okay? They've literally been held safe for you. Look at the Magician card sitting under the field of dreams. It's now time for them to be manifested into reality. This is a starting point for you, a new starting point, and there is really no need to continue worrying about things. There is both an ending and a new beginning. A cycle of something has come to its completion, and you are now literally being guided. You're being, I love the imagery on this boat, you know, here she is sitting here, you know, on this ocean, and these beautiful crows. Now crows are transitionary creatures. They hold a transitionary energy. Crows travel between the worlds. You know, in shamanic ways, they are seers. They can see into the past, they can see into the future. They are now, look at this, they are now pulling your boat. You don't even have to steer. Your dreams are intact. Your boat is being pulled. You are being guided. and you are moving to a place. You are going to be moving towards some celebration. The fears and anxieties are going to be a thing of the past. I mean, this is really, I think you've experienced some quite extreme despondency. Some of you may actually also have experienced a level of depression, actually, in recent months. I'm seeing it as quite recent. I'm not saying it doesn't go back or hasn't even been a prolonged period, but you are coming out of a period of depression. It's time to say yes to life. Literally, your dreams have been held intact. You have the strength to now move forwards. I think some of you have experienced money worries. I do need to be quite specific around this. It's a generic general reading, so that won't apply to everyone. So for some of you, your dreams have been also connected to financial security, and you've really wondered whether you would ever find that. There is no need to worry. If you're anxious or currently anxious or worrying about money, this is coming to an end. The Knight of Pentacles is a steady progression of the growth of wealth. If you've had health problems, I'm seeing a steady progression where you get well. Okay, and that would include any aspect of kind of mental or emotional health, any aspect of depression, any anxiety. Your dreams have been held for you, almost literally just in safekeeping while you navigated some stuff that you needed to do in order to come to a place of wholeness. But this cycle has completed. This is so beautiful. So beautiful, because your dreams literally have been held for you, and now it's time to reunite yourself with them. You may want to tweak some, you may even want to lay a few more eggs, because with the knowledge and wisdom you have, you are now ready to move forwards. But whatever it is you wish to birth into the world, I'm going to draw more cards around this. It's going to be lucrative. That's what I'm seeing here. You now have the wisdom, the knowledge, the wholeness, the life experience to bring this forth. You probably thought you did before, but I don't think your knowledge was quite in-depth enough. You know how sometimes we have a lot of what I would call, we have an awful lot of knowledge, and we've read the books and we've done whatever. In fact, here's the best analogy I can think of. It's like when you learn to drive a car. You start out with your driving instructor, you start out by learning some theory, then you get behind the wheel with a driving instructor, and then you pass your test. And it's when you pass your test that you then start to really learn to drive, because then you're getting the real experience of what that means to be on the road and dealing with it kind of in your way, on your own, not on your own way, because we need to drive safely, but we develop experience. Basically, you've got experience under your belt now, so you could now become a driving instructor. Do you get the analogy I hope that I'm saying here? So reading number 1, setting some woman is saying to you, this is now a time to transition and reconnect to your dreams. The information is very clear for you. You've done the work, it's whole. I think some of you are going to be mentoring or teaching others, whether you teach, for example, because of your experiences, whether you build something that delivers some aspect of teaching, whether you're building workshops or somehow you have a message to give to others, and the world is absolutely ready to receive you. And whatever idea this was, whatever it may be for you in the uniqueness of your world, it was always a brilliant idea. Okay? Whatever you wanted, whatever you desired, it was a brilliant idea. Now, if you are watching this reading around the time of a new moon in anticipation of setting new moon wishes and intentions, whatever your wishes were that you perhaps are thinking, can I really dare to have that or give myself permission? Yes, you can. Set those wishes on at the time of that new moon and set intentions to follow through. I think you're going to see some quite fast, early rewards from your ideas and your dreams. The universe is ready to receive these ideas, this creative project, whatever it is for you, a book idea, a speaking engagement, workshops, whatever that creative enterprise is for you. And I do see it as being the end of money worries for you. And I am also seeing your health and vitality return in some way, shape or form. Let's see if we can get some more information here for reading number 1. Okay, they're jumping out. May we have some more information for reading number 1 about this? Yeah, I'm going to ask about this particular, about these dreams that maybe reading number 1 had previously lost sight of. Okay, King of Swords is your first card. Oh, sorry, King of Swords, Knight of Swords, my apologies. Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords. The Empress. The 3 of Wands. Oh, 8 of Cups. 10 of Discs. 9 of Swords and the Lovers. Okay, right. This is really interesting. So we are being given some information here, very specifically. Interestingly enough, I feel the first part of the reading was connecting to wishes, to your dreams. This is giving us an idea of the actions that you need to take. So it's more focused on intentions. Intentions are the domain of the mind, the power of the mind, I intend, and the power of action as well, I intend to do. It's holding a vision. Wishes are the domain of the feminine, of the heart and of the soul. So this is reconnecting to something that makes your heart and your soul sing. Very important here. We're being given information here that there is sort of seeing multitasking. Okay, really interesting. I think at the moment part of your worry may be that you're trying to juggle too many things. It's almost like, I think maybe some of you put down your dreams or your desire because you didn't feel you could ever achieve it, partly because, you know, there was so much going on basically. There's also some concern here money-wise about, it's almost like you know, do I give up the day? I can't afford to, if I really be really clear about this, it's this sort of situation of I can't afford to give up the day job, but the day job is taking up lots of time, and therefore I haven't got the energy or the time to really invest in the idea, the creative project that I want to do. I think fairly quickly you will be in a position, I think you might have to juggle a few things at once. You might have to multitask a bit. So what you might need to do is to commit to the way forwards, commit to your intentions might be, for example, if you're setting new moon wishes orientated around this desire, this wish, this dream, it's then about taking it in with a clear pathway of intent. So you would say, right, I will commit to doing something every single day towards this possibility. You know, I'm actually going to commit to it. I'm going to do it. I will, you know, I will do one single thing every single day. Okay. And even if it feels like you're having to slightly multitask, what I'm seeing is, as this Knight of Swords energy says, right, this is what I'm doing with intent every single day. One thing every single day towards my final goal, or making it happen. These are going to build very, very quickly. Suddenly you'll find you've got a lot of the components in place. Every single day do something, because this needs to be nurtured and looked after. I think very quickly you will find, because I do think you're going to see some early results actually. It may be that as you do something, suddenly the pace quickens and one thing falls into place, you know, followed by another, or suddenly a doorway opens and just the right piece of information you needed comes in at the right moment. It's kind of like the universe is actively going to be working with you on this. And suddenly you find that you are faced with the choice where you can actually let go of perhaps the something that you didn't really want to continue doing, that maybe you feel you have to persevere with for a little while yet. But I think if you take action one step at a time, this is going to, the early results are going to be seen quite quickly, and you'll realize that sort of the universe is with you, synchronicities are working for you, and as they work for you, I think you'll reach a point of choice where you can actually let go of things that were previously taking up too much time or holding you back in some way, shape or form. It's time to nurture your idea into being. And I also would say that you may well receive some help in doing so. Very feminine energy coming in terms of support for you. Again, we are seeing early results. Yeah, early results. It's like investing in something and seeing something come back very quickly, and it really does open a doorway for you. We have the Eight of Cups here. This is a new dawn. You're sailing into the new dawn, into the new sunset. And look how it sits beneath the card of yes. And then we have the Ten of Discs. I mean, this is such a card of abundance, of success, sitting here with the card of Field of Dreams and the Magician. Let's draw a couple more cards for you. I'm curious about this card as well. Who is this, and is this someone coming in? Seventh house relationship. That's interesting. And we have the card of the Lovers. Very interesting. Now, what I would say, reading number one, what this card is indicating is that something that you've really desired and dreamed of is, well, it's coming, it's happening. It's like a dream that's returned to you, something you held sacred and then life took over and you honestly thought it would never happen. I think you're going to see, if you take individual steps towards it, you're going to see results very quickly. Now, for some of you, seventh house relationship, for some of you, this may be a connection to somebody who is able to bring in resources or support to you to help carry this forward. It could be an investor, someone who comes along and says, you know, what you're doing is really worth investing in. It's really worth nurturing. I'm prepared to kind of put my money where my mouth is. I'm prepared to back you. Or can I give you support? I can see that you're really, really busy working. It could be from a partner or a friend or a connection within relationship where someone says, do you know, your book idea is amazing. I can see you're really struggling. Look, I'm going to cook for you every day this week so that you can, you know, spend a couple of hours every night. You know, I'll pick up the washing. I'll do all this. You just crack on. You're on a roll. You're there. Crack on with it. Don't worry. I've got your back. You're going to get support coming in. What I will also though say is, if for some of you that lost dream was connected to love or a relationship and you have begun to think that it wasn't possible, I believe that this will also be coming into your world. And if someone comes into your world, I think they will be they're going to be kind. That's the word that's coming through. If you have experienced, if the challenges you experienced were connected to relationship, where you almost felt as though you were split, divided, you didn't feel as if you were intact or whole anymore, which can happen in relationships if they are challenging and difficult. You find your wholeness again, and this is somebody who would be very kind, very generous, very giving. So yeah, I think regardless of what your dreams are, they're opening up here in the most beautiful way. I'm just going to leave that card in a central position, and I think I'm going to draw two more cards actually. No, actually that's not the right pack. I have all these packs sitting here. It's delightful to sit here in the energy of them. It really is. We're going to use this pack today. The Path Exploration. We are asking for additional guidance for reading number one. Three of Stars, Visions. It's lovely. Four of Stars, advancement. Says it all. Okay. So reading number 1, we were connecting to wishes and intentions through the energy of setting sun woman, who I feel like, I actually feel like I'm sitting here almost bathing in moonlight. It's really, really interesting. Now, see if I can move these cards. I want us to sort of be able to see everything if we can, or at least to see these. Let's put those there. Right, so because this is a reconnection to your dreams, so number 1 message for you, reading number 1, is really honouring you. You've grown. You're amazing, okay? Whatever you had to put aside, shelve, put down, couldn't do, just too much, too tired, too exhausted, too overwhelmed, too much going on, whatever that was about in the uniqueness of your world, this is the turning point. Setting sun woman, the energy, I do feel like I'm bathing in that energy, and it's beautiful because she is the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. I feel like your dreams have literally been held safe, and now it is time for you to reclaim them. One step at a time. So set your wishes and absolutely say yes to yourself. You've done the work, you deserve it. Set intentions that correspond with your wishes so that you give yourself step-by-step intentions. I commit to do one thing every single day. I commit to receiving help. You know, explore some of your options. There's going to be some exploration as to how to move forwards. That's what we're being shown here in real terms. How is this going to progress? You're going to see early results. We've been shown that. And if you are juggling things, or there's any residue left, it's going to disappear quite quickly. This is now the time when her joy renders the impossible task possible. I love it. You know, this is going to move forwards. Choices are available to you as well. So there's going to be a little bit of exploration going on in terms of different avenues forwards. You're going to be shown some various, I think you'll be shown different options. The card of the Lovers is a card of choice. It's almost as though, yeah, there's going to be, some different directions that will lead you to the path. I said to you right at the, gosh, can we find that card again? I'm going to have to move these, but I want to show them to you. I said to you here with the Six of Swords, literally you're going to be guided. It's like you're standing on the boat. You don't even have to work out what the way, where the pathway is. It will be shown to you. It is as if you are being steered through. And that is what I feel here. So don't worry if you feel like some of the things you're doing aren't quite the way you thought they were going to be. This is coming as a reassurance. Your dreams have been held safe and intact. As long as you make a commitment to doing something day by day, the way will be shown to you. So if you find yourself doing something that wasn't quite what you thought you were going to do in terms of moving it forwards, don't worry, the pathway is literally going to be opened up for you. It's really beautiful. And can you see here, in the energy, in the swirling energy in this card here, amongst the trees, what we actually have here is almost like these two eyes. They look like the eyes of the owl. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, they're kind of just spiral shapes, but I'm seeing an owl figure coming through here. It's really, 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 really showing you. You're going to be shown the way. Even if you're not clear as to what step to take, persevere, commit to anything. It doesn't matter what it is, a tiny little thing every day, and truly it's going to open up really, really quickly for you. Three of Stars, visions. You see, this is a beautiful follow-on here. Let's move these cards back. See if I could tidy up my little space here. Reading number 1, Three of Stars, visions, beautiful. I mean, this is holding the energy of celebration. Three of Wands, Three of Stars. We are seeing We're seeing clarity of vision and again, early success. It's like the fireworks coming. You're going to find yourself energized very, very quickly. Some of you, I think, have really been quite exhausted, but your energy, your vitality, I did say your health, your vitality, your mental health, your emotional health, everything is going to pick up from here. Four of Stars, again, a real validation advancement, literally in every single way. I feel like mind, body, soul, in your internal world, in your external world, in your internal levels of happiness, health, well-being, these are going to advance and move forwards. In your external world, the things that you are manifesting, the dreams that you wanted to bring forth are going to advance. Everything here is saying it's going to move forwards. And well, I should just repeat it once more. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. Let me just show you this card in detail. Thank you also, Super Souls. Thank you for letting me know that the camera is not always very clear. I have ordered a new one. It is arriving today, but hasn't yet arrived, so I'm still using the old one. But I hope that the new one will be able to focus much better and give a much greater clarity of the cards for you. So, her joy renders the impossible task possible. I think for me that sums it up. Reading number one, I am loving your reading. I really am. This is an absolute turning point. It really is. I'm honestly beaming from cheek to cheek. It really is a gorgeous, gorgeous turning point. I love the fact I feel really nurtured, which is really interesting sitting here. I feel like the universe has put this gigantic medicine blanket round my shoulders, and they've just said, look, you've been through a lot, you've been tackling so much, but don't worry, we kept your dreams safe for you. They're all here for you. Here you go. And as if, you know, a little box of gifts is in front of you, and you open it and all this magic pours out. All these visions of potential are there again, you know. So this is really beautiful. Reading number one, I'm just sending you just the biggest, I'm going to send you the biggest nurturing medicine blanket hug that I can. I hope you're feeling that energy too. You know, I just feel like you don't just have a spirit team. It's like the universe is with you. Super Souls, you have a valid contribution as well to make to the lives of other people. Your experiences have brought you strength, and it's now time for you to step up to have for yourself, and in doing so you will also be able to give. Super Souls, if this reading is resonating and you want to get notification of any of my readings, or if you want to check out my Manifest with the Moon, the new moon video that I uploaded as well, or any of my other videos actually, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, stuff should come into your stream as soon as I post it. I will put a ton of links into the information box below, including my Timeless Readings playlist, which I'm building. There are loads of readings in there. They are there for when you have a wobble, or when you just think, I really need some guidance, or do you know what, I'm not quite clear, or I need a bit of encouragement or support. All my timeless readings go in there, so you should hopefully, as it builds and builds and builds, always be able to find exactly the right reading and the right guidance and advice that you need as and when you need it. I always also post readings every Sunday for weekly guidance from your spirit team, so do check those out. And as I said, if you subscribe, they should come into your stream. I'll put every available link that might be important to you in the information box and the comments for phone users. And yes, if you're interested in manifesting with the moon, do check out that video. I'm going to be posting ongoing manifestation videos lining up with the unique energy in the moment, so that we can really harness that energy in our manifestations. For me, it's been life-changing, so it's an absolute joy to share it. Super Souls, tons and tons of love. I don't know what else to say. Thank you, really, I suppose, is the answer. Thank you for being a part of this amazing community. For those of you who are subscribed, thank you for your likes, shares, comments. Oh yeah, there's tutorials as well, guys, on Patreon and Vimeo as well. If you want to learn about just the way I read cards, I'm sort of sharing information there too. Super Souls, there's tons of stuff you can connect to, and this is just your time. So reading number one, I am just sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tons of love to you. Welcome, reading number 2. You have been guided into this reading by these 2 cards. You have the box, the destroyer, you have the flamingo, and you also have the rune of nourishment, possessions. This is unexpected rewards, gains. It's a really interesting pair of cards because I feel like the box is quite confining. In a way, you know, it's about conditioning, you know, where we kind of don't sometimes step out of the box. We stay in our safe zone in some way. And the destroyer is about clearing away the old. It's like, you know, sometimes we have an aversion to letting go of things, sometimes because we don't like change, you know, it makes us feel uncomfortable. So this is really, really interesting. I'm very noticing this flamingo looking in the opposite direction. It's looking backwards in some way, shape or form. Let's just draw more cards, reading number 2, and see what we're shown. So we are asking really for guidance from setting sun woman, who is the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. And we're asking for guidance for your wishes and your intentions, your new moon wishes and intentions. Seeing this card too, and actually this one as well. Let's draw some oracle cards. That's what we'll do. We'll draw some oracle cards first. I actually am seeing that card there, I think. I'm going to shuffle again. That's the one. Okay, let's have a look at these oracle cards and see what we're shown. Authenticity, new beginnings. Ooh, very exciting, very exciting. Ground yourself. And mistakes. How interesting. This card came out in reading number 1 as well. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. This is fascinating. The energy of new beginnings is around you. I feel like something is literally about to take off in your world. This is really, really interesting. Okay, so we have the card, her joy renders the impossible task possible. Remain positive. We have ghostlands. You're having to wait for something. And the bone collector. Okay, you're having to wait for something. Okay, so I think primarily the first message that's coming through in terms of your wishes and your intentions. Okay, something you desire. It's just the timing isn't quite right yet. Okay, it will be. It will be. What's really interesting is I feel like you guys, there is something you do need to let go of here, okay? Now, when we make wishes and we set wishes and intentions, and I said a little bit about this for those of you who are interested in manifesting with the moon. It's in the Manifest with the Moon, the new moon video that I've just posted. Or you'll find it if you're watching this video at a much later date. I'm posting Manifest with the Moon videos ongoing, so you'll find one about new moon wishes and intentions somewhere. Now, it's really interesting. I actually feel that you are interpreting the wait almost as if you feel you've done something wrong. And when we set wishes, so if I set my wishes, I'm just going to share something of this because I think it's important to help you to do your wishes. We tend to, when we set wishes and intentions, we focus, of course, on what we want. I think it's really helpful to sometimes set a wish. So if I set 10 wishes and 10 intentions on every new moon. Now my wishes, my first wish is going to be, it will either be connected to something that's bigger than me, because, you know, I want to align myself with a bigger energy. Or it will also be connected to a block. If I think I've got a block or a something within me that is in the way, then I will make a wish for that to be removed. Okay, so my wishes will start with the removal of something that's in my way, and then I move on to my further wishes, which are the things I then want to bring in. So I'm quite systematic in that way, but it means that I'm orientating my wishes with a process that supports the universe in giving me what I need. Because if you're really blocked, if you're closed to something, if you're boxed in, if you're closed to something, or your perspective is closed, then even if the universe is trying to give you something, it can't get through. There's no door, there's no opening here. And I feel like, because something hasn't happened yet, I feel like you're interpreting that as if you've done something wrong. Almost like, well, I must be getting it wrong, otherwise the universe would have delivered that. Okay. And you haven't. Or also, I think you might also be I'm just going to run through the stuff that's coming in here, because the bone collector says, you know, you're enough. You have the resources you need. You're amazing. You know, the card of authenticity. Hold your head up high, walk tall, and be your authentic self. This card asks you to shed the masks that you believed you were required to wear. Walk to the beat of your own drum, and do not be afraid to shine. In doing so, you give others permission to do the same. This card indicates that you are about to begin a new chapter of your life. Shed, release, and cleanse. Let go of any obstacles, inner or outer, that prevent you from engaging fully in moving forwards. The time is right for a fresh start and a new beginning. The universe supports you in your growth. And this card, literally ground yourself, because I feel like the grounding is helpful because I think you may be interpreting a waiting period as you must not, maybe you're not good enough, or you haven't got enough. You're not good enough, you haven't got enough qualifications, or there's something about closing yourself in, and that needs to be literally destroyed. Actually, just delete, destory, uncreate that. That's not okay. Remain positive. You have everything you need. Okay, it's just that the timing hasn't been quite right for something. So, setting sun woman, the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. It's very interesting, that really fascinating energy coming through with these readings, because she does keep dreams. It's almost as though if for some reason your dreams are on hold, or something you're manifesting is on hold, I feel like the energy is sort of saying, well, that's okay, we've held all of this in place, it's just the timing, you know, they haven't gone, we're holding everything here for you, it's just the timing wasn't quite right yet, something else has had to happen first. It's like the universe is orchestrating around you, you know. This card is saying to me, look, you are enough. The universe is actively working behind the scenes. We have a hare, fertility. The timing will be right. We have this clock here. The timing will be right. Okay. And there will be a new beginning. This is an ace card. It's a number 1 card. Look at that, number 1 followed by number 2, authenticity. Let's draw more cards. So may we ask for reading number 2. How is this progressing? Can we have more information about what this is about? What's on hold? Why is something on hold? Can we be given more information? Why has something not come through yet? Because I'm sort of being told you haven't done anything wrong. You didn't make a mistake. There's that interpretation. Yeah. You haven't done anything wrong. Just the timing isn't quite right. There's a bigger picture involved here. Yes. This one too. There we are. Let's have a little look at what we have. Right, we have the High Priestess. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. We have the card of Strength. We have the Seven of Cups. Ooh, look at this. Right, I'm going to move this card out. The reason why, I want this to remain in our vision, because this is an amazing card. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. This is telling you that what you are wanting is coming. Now there is some destroying work to do, reading number 2. But the destroying work is to do with remaining positive and letting go of any perceptions where you're judging yourself as being to blame for something not happening. Or you're judging anything really, but I feel like it's yourself. You feel boxed in and as if something isn't coming for you. Now this is a rune, Possessions, that says it's ambitions satisfied. Okay, unexpected rewards and gains. So we're being told something's coming. The bit that needs to be destroyed is the attitude or the perception that's stopping you from being positive. That's really, really clear. In fact, let's pop that card there and bring this card out. No, I'm going to put it back. Let's keep it central. I'm going to draw more cards for you in a minute. Now, reading number 2. This is really interesting because this whole situation, there's some kind of a wish or a desire. Firstly, in setting wishes and intentions, you're being asked to get really, really specific here. Okay, there's 2 things going on here. So one is that there's a bigger picture and the universe is orchestrating around you. So it's almost as if the bigger picture is going to be involving somebody else's situation as well as yours. And you can't see that, you can't know it. It's like, it really is like that sort of, I don't know, let's say for example, your dream job is out there. Well, you know, somebody else is currently in that dream job and the universe knows it's your dream job and they're lining it up for you, but they actually have to leave first. You know, maybe they're going to go on maternity leave and decide not to come back and it will be yours permanently or something. But it's kind of like you've got to wait for the timing here. And you can't see that. You can't know what that is. You can't know what else is going on because this is to do with the lives of other people as well. It's like this gigantic set of cogs and wheels. You know, we're seeing this here, and you know, there are some elements in the world that are stuck around a wish or an intention that you want. Now, when I say get clear, so there's, my apologies, I feel like I'm slightly jumping around a bit, so I apologise reading number 2 if I'm not being clear. Firstly, let me try and be more clear in what I'm saying for you. Firstly, there's a bigger picture and there are things that have had to happen for this to be possible that are out of your control and nothing to do with you, okay? But everything is being guided and channeled as it should be, okay? Even if you're getting fed up waiting. There is a need to remove any limited perspectives, and you can set new moon wishes that are removing those blocks, okay? So you can set a new moon wish that says, you know, I wish to remove any self-blaming attitudes easily. I wish to release or let go of. So, you know, make those wishes that let go of those sort of perspectives and dissolve them. What I'm also being shown here, it's the Seven of Cups here, when I said about get clear. I want you to be, I say I want, here am I telling you what to do. Well, no, I'm not telling you what to do. It's an invitation. No reading will ever tell you what to do. You know, you have conscious free will and choice. You know, these are your dreams and your wishes. But the message that's coming through, which is an invitation, and it feels like a contradiction, which is why we've got this sort of snakes and ladders scenario. because I feel like what I'm asking you to do is to be really, really clear and yet really, really not clear simultaneously. And I know that's such a contradiction in terms, but let me please explain. It's like the two sides of the coin. Here we have this again, the lion and the lamb. You know, the two sides of the coin. In one way, we can be really clear, strong in our intent, in our crystal clear about what we want, okay? But in another way, we need to be open for the universe to deliver to us what is absolutely right for us. It's a bit like, for example, if you've fallen in love with, this is a very hypothetical example, but if you've fallen in love with somebody and you think, right, that's the person I want to be with, but actually they're very happily in a relationship with somebody else, and they have no intention of departing because they're really happy. Why would they? I mean, we can't set wishes and intentions that damage other people's happiness. So it's kind of like, if this was your dream person, then your wishes and intentions they're absolutely clear. But it's not about that person or that car, it's about, or that house. It's about, I want a house with this number of rooms that is of this style or of this age. I want a person with these qualities that are the qualities of the person or the house or the car that you want. But it's not literally that one. I want the car that's parked on my neighbour's drive. Well, that's their car, so you can't have it, but you can have one like it. So that's what I mean by get very specific and yet not specific. I hope that makes some sense, because that's what I'm sort of seeing here. Something that you can actively do as well. You're being invited with your new moon wishes and intentions to set wishes, firstly, that exceed your expectations. Okay, Page of Cups here. Firstly, wishes that exceed your expectations, that are bigger. So if you thought, I'd like to earn X amount per month, then double it or treble it, or say, I would like to earn, rather than I'd like to earn X amount per month, I'd like to earn more than X amount per month. Increase it, up the stakes, okay? Remain positive. Up the stakes, get clear in a way that honours every aspect that you want, but isn't so specific that it can't be yours because it belongs to someone else, that sort of thing, okay? Dream it up, literally. Get into that dream state and up the game with your wishes and intentions. That's what we're being told. Just because things have not delivered quickly, remove and delete any self-criticism or self-doubt. That's really clear. There's affirmation. It will come. The timing is right, and we have the card of the sun here. There's a bigger picture. There are things that are having to be organised. Really seeing that. Literally, somebody has to exit a situation or leave a situation. Somebody's departing a situation. I don't think this is you. I think somebody is exiting a situation, and that in itself is going to open a doorway for you to have something that you want, but it's got to come to its completion. Something somewhere else has to come to its completion for you to then be able to move through, and basically for the universe to deliver this to you. Her joy renders the impossible task possible by removing any negativity and embracing the energy of like that higher vision, and trusting that the universe is working around you, holding that positive energy. Then it's like you're helping this to move forwards. Set your wishes and then like add some, basically, okay? Have the strength of your convictions. And when you set intentions, this is very interesting. I'm going to ask for a bit more information about intentions. It's very clear here that your wishes are going to be honoured here. They're going to come through, but there's a weight involved because, as I said, there's a bigger picture, but the universe is orchestrating. So, don't stop making those wishes, hold those wishes. Let's ask about intent, because intentions are what we ourselves can do. I mean, I can see that you could set an intention that says, every time a thought of self-doubt comes into my mind, I will firmly, I'll write it down on a bit of paper and I'll burn it, you know, I'll let go of it. Or so there are some tools you can use, but let's ask for more information here for reading number 2. Okay, reading number 2. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So we have 2 of discs. Right, new beginnings. Here we are. Isn't it interesting? I was saying it's like 2 sides of the same coin, or yeah, there's a duality of something here. Gosh, literally, I'm just going to say, reading number 2, something has to happen somewhere else. It's almost like, I almost feel like there's another dimension, but I mean, it is literally like something somewhere else has to happen. There's a mirror going on. You know, for you to have what you need, somebody else has to get what they need or complete something first. Really interesting energy. It's challenging though to know that, because I can voice it, but you don't know what it is. I mean, we can draw a few more cards around it, but I'm not sure that it makes any difference, really. The point is, it's not something that's within your control, and really we should focus on what is within your, you know, what you can do with things. 2 5s. Ooh, excellent. Card of victory. 5 of wands. 5 of discs. 5 of wands. Card of making decisions, the wheel turning. 7 of discs, a choice. King of swords. We then have the 4 of swords. We have the Ace of swords. And we have the 6 of swords. Okay. Right. This is affirming for me, again, reading number 2, that something has to be completed for you to then have what you want. And I can see it's really hard for you guys to remain positive about this. And yet we have this incredible card here. We have the Sun, remain positive. And we have the 6 of swords. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. Something has to be let go of here. But I don't think it's you. It's really interesting. I feel like that I'm going to draw more cards around this. I feel that we need to follow this through, reading number 2, because yeah, it's almost like you've got a doppelganger out there somewhere who's having to attend to something. It's really fascinating. Or some twin flame who's got to attend to something before they're available to be with you. Or yeah, a doppelganger, or somebody who's got to do something so that it's like the domino effect. It all kind of comes through and then it comes to you. It's really fascinating. You're absolutely to set your wishes and to think bigger, better than you could possibly have dreamed of. We've got the Ace of Swords coming under the 5. I want to ask about timings around this. I really feel we need to ask for some more information, because all I'm seeing here, I have to just read it as I see it, is that there are other circumstances that have to click into place before what you want is going to come to you. You're invited to dream even bigger. Setting Sun Woman, the keeper of tomorrow's dreams, of future dreams, is holding those dreams. I feel like they're held in almost like a sacred space. Some of you are really seriously going to be stepping up in some way. That I do feel. Really interestingly, you know, it's this destroyer as well of the, I think you're going to have the ability to seriously have out-of-the-box solutions in some aspect of your world or your contribution. To be able to think out of the box, to do something that is very, very, very unique, very, 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 possibly even slightly controversial, but really needed. It's like you come up with something that is really going to make a difference, or you're stepping into a position that's really going to make a difference. It's I don't get a feel of when. It literally, you will be able to, people will look at your contribution and they will think, wow, how did that person ever achieve that? Or how did that person come up with that idea? Or, wow, that person really has a voice, authenticity. There's something really unique that you are going to literally birth, manifest, bring into the world. But because it hasn't started, the point is it has started because it's gestating in you and the dream is being held. It's almost as if the timing isn't just quite right. I want to ask, may we please ask, because it's so clear, the message here. Hold your dreams, set those wishes. I'm not sure about intentions beyond the intentions I'm seeing, because wishes are about saying what we desire. Intentions are what we intend to do. In a funny way, I almost feel like an intention for you would be, I intend to embrace patience with positivity. You know that. But let's ask about timings, because everything here is showing something really quite magnificent that is going to be initiated either by you or for you in some way, shape or form. Can we please have some timings, please? Pluto rebirth. Tenth house authority. And the sun source. Well, we've got the sun already here. I'm going to draw one more. Okay. We have, I think there's two here. Yeah, I thought there might be. Right. Solar flares activate and messages. Right. Okay, this is very, very clear here now. We have solar flares activate and messages. Right. I'm going to say to you, super souls, if you are, I feel like somebody may have to either retire so that a position becomes available. Somebody in a position of authority is going to need to open a door for you, or they will be active in opening a door for you. Something is going to happen to trigger this opportunity for you. Activate. Messages. Wow. Source energy right behind you. Do you know the reason I think this may be feeling like it hasn't happened yet is actually quite significantly because I think it's big. I'm just going to have to say it, reading number 2. Ambition satisfied. Nourishment, possessions. I think you are an amazing thinker. You're a visionary. You see a bigger picture. And there's a process that's got to go through, that has to be gone through for you to find yourself in that position where you really are in charge of this dream, this wish. There's a process. I think you're going to step up into a position of greater authority. I think you will be an authority on something for some of you. You will move something forwards in a way that removes restrictions that have previously been in the way, not just necessarily for you, but for others. I mean, this is going to be really quite big, whatever the environment you're in, whether it's in, your family, your community, your working environment, but you will carry a lead role in creating change. But there's a process to go through. And the reason there's a process to go through is because it's like the wheels are turning and we can't always create change just like that. There's a process to go through and it involves more than just you. And so, but it will come and it will happen. Now I am going to draw one more card just to see if we have, in fact no, I know exactly the ones we're going to draw from. I say one more card, I'm going to draw from one more pack just to see what we are shown. Setting Sun Woman, Keeper of Tomorrow's Dreams, really interesting. Her energy also holds the dreams for future generations. So the contribution that I think you're going to be making will also leave a legacy for future generations that is powerfully positive and removes some of the restrictions that are currently holding humanity back. This is a really powerful reading, reading number 2. Right, we have your first card. Skill. Okay, yes, yes, I'm seeing, yes, thank you. Mysticism, thank you, thank you. I'm now getting such, oh, I'm just going to, that's too many. I'm just going to, I'm really now clearly being given something that is just so important. Yeah, Ace of Trees, abundance, super. Thank you. I'm just saying thank you. Thank you for that extra guidance. Right, okay. Part of the weight as well, there will be part of the process of change, Pluto transformation. Okay, move these cards just up here so you can see them, everyone. I hope this is okay. And then we have 8 of Trees, skill, Page of Angels, mysticism, Ace of Trees, abundance, sitting under the sun. I mean, wow, you know, super souls, this is going to happen. You know, this will activate, it will happen. I suspect you'll be an amazing communicator in some way, shape or form as well. Right, there are still some skills that not only is there a process that involves other people, but to get from A to B, so to speak, yep, there are steps along the way. You're going to need to develop some additional skills. So in your new moon wishes and intentions, ask to be shown what else you need to learn in order to move forwards and upwards and to activate your position, the position that you want. Ask for the doorways to be open, make wishes that ask for the skill set to be delivered to you, whatever that may be. There's something else you need to know for you to really step up into this position of authority and leadership. So ask to be in your wishes, ask to be shown the next steps, and ask to be given the opportunity to learn those skills quickly and easily. That's a really good new moon wish for you, because that's going to be that there's something for you to embrace and learn and step into, as well as look at the butterfly of transformation here, as well as you know, this is going to bring you the abundance, the position you want. Beautiful. So as well as other people needing to be orchestrated around this, there is some aspect of you that also needs that. So your intentions as well, you can set an intention to be open to any opportunity for learning that comes your way. You know, I commit that if an opportunity is given to me, I will say yes. You know, it's that sort of thing that steps you out of the box as well. But this is going to activate it, and we're going to see that energy lift and rise, I think, very quickly once these sort of doorways start to open. So it's like setting those dreams, wishes, intentions that connect to the ultimate goal, but also setting wishes and intentions that allow you to access steps along the way. Really clear guidance coming through. Wow, reading number 2, you have a really big part to play in something that is absolutely super terrific in the transformation of humanity, and I believe you will leave a legacy for future generations in whatever area of your world that is. You know, whether it's conscious parenting, teaching in a school, delivering some different kind of I can't think of the word, curriculum, or stepping up into a space of leadership or management, or whatever it is, whatever that is in your world. It's coming and it's big, and so just take your time, because you need to learn things along the way, because this is a big position and you're going to carry and be you're going to be a vision for so many people. Reading number 2, when you set your new moon wishes and intentions, you know, always set the vision of the bigger picture, but also set intentions and wishes every single new moon that align with those steps along the way, and you will be guided. Super Souls, I'm really honoured. I'm really honoured that you're here checking out my readings, because you're going to be really big. Thank you for being here. Super Souls, if you would like to get notification of any of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come through into your stream. This reading, even though it's a new moon reading, it's a timeless reading. Whenever you need energy of beginnings of new moons, or you need to work out and formulate, or you need help with your wishes, intentions, if you need clarity, you can tap into these readings at any time. So it is a timeless reading. I have a timeless readings playlist, which is full of different readings answering specific questions. They're all there to give you guidance as and when you need it. Do check in on them at any time. And I post every Sunday as well with readings for the week ahead from your spirit team. So there's always plenty of guidance here for you. And I have also uploaded a manifest with the moon, a manifest with the new moon video as well. I'm now doing manifests with the phases of the moon, with really accurate information about the current sort of planetary dynamics as well. So do check those out if that's something that you're passionate about or interested in, to enhance your process of manifestation and align your energy with the sort of natural laws of the universe. I will put all the relevant links that might be useful in the information box below, just all the stuff that I do. There's extra tutorials as well now on Patreon and Vimeo too, if you're interested in learning to read cards and runes. I know many of you are really gifted readers yourselves. Super Souls, tons and tons of love. I'll put all the links, as I said, there. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, you are awesome. Thank you for being a part of this amazing community. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. For those of you who are saying thank you and giving back through the super thanks. Those of you on Patreon, I mean, just tons of love to you all. It's an honour to read for you. It really, really is. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Reading number 3, welcome. You have been guided into this reading by the charm of the starfish. We have the rune of joy and the card of the threshold. And Super Souls, literally between reading number 2 and your reading number 3, my new camera arrived. So I hope this is going to be clearer. Thank you, all of you who in the comments have been letting me know that the camera I was using was not really particularly clear for the cards for you. So I hope this is going to be good. So there we go. Let us draw some oracle cards first of all. I can see that you are at a turning point. Do you know, those cards are absolutely coming out for you. And we are, of course, I'm seeing these two. We are, of course, asking, very interesting reading, we're asking setting sun woman, keeper of tomorrow's future, tomorrow's dreams, for advice around your wishes and your intentions. So, reading number 3. Let's first draw some oracle cards. Yes. There's your card. 2 cards, I think, actually. Okay, let's have a look at these first, reading number 3, and see what we have. So, wow, that's a biggie. Really one of the clearest cards in this pack. You've done nothing wrong. Okay. You've done nothing wrong. Next card, take a risk. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving your reading number 3. Outcome. Collaborate. Okay. You have Sisters of the Sacred Spiral. You have the situation will improve. You have romance. You also have the card of coming apart. That's very interesting. Okay. This is a really interesting threshold that you are about to step over. Something has ended, but you've really either blamed yourself or were left feeling like it was your fault. I'm really questioning now. So this is quite interesting because this is about dreams, wishes, your wishes and your intentions. This card, Sisters of the Sacral Spirit, I feel like they're sort of looking both ways, you know, it's like they're looking both ways, and I almost feel like, you know, when you look left, you look right, and then you cross the road. It's really interesting kind of thoughts. Reading number 3, I actually feel that you have been tested in some way. It's really interesting that, look at these cards, look at the way they're both looking in different directions. And yet we have this child here. Sisters of the Sacred Spiral are really sort of saying, look, you deserve more than you have, which is really interesting. And I almost feel that the bit that needs to really come apart is some aspect of a lack of self-belief, or there's something about a testing that caused you to almost to falter in your dreams, almost to lose faith in being able to set wishes or intentions, to feel that they can't work anymore. And yet, this is a threshold. You're being asked to take a risk. There's a major assurance here. You've done nothing wrong. Whatever has taken place was out of your control and out of your hands. I mean, this is one of the strongest cards in this pack. This card asks you to let go of any feelings of guilt or personal blame. This was not your fault. You've done nothing wrong. The situation will improve. We see a card of romance. I mean, again, look at this. There's this two. Do you know, I feel like, gosh, it's like two sides of a story. Two sides of a coin. Maybe you weren't able to, maybe you weren't able to voice your side of something. I'm going to draw more cards. Well, I'm going to draw tarot cards here. In fact, first of all, let's draw a couple more oracle cards just to see what we're shown, and then we'll draw from the tarot. 4th house, home, and 11th house, community. Okay, right. This is now beginning to make some sense to me. Absolutely makes some sense to me. Let's draw some more cards. We're asking for information. We're asking setting sun, woman, keeper of future dreams, keeper of tomorrow's dreams, for guidance for reading number 3 about building, setting new moon wishes, setting intentions, a new future. What is their future holding? What can their dreams contain? Okay, your first card, we have the Death and Rebirth card. Right, this is absolutely a new beginning for you. You are stepping over a threshold. That's what is available to you. This card here says step out of your comfort zone. Feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience, but if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limiting and restrictive environment that can ultimately lead to stagnation and the loss of our creative potential to manifest our greatest contribution in the world. Let go of fear and take a risk. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups together. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles sitting on the card of home. We have the 8 of Wands, community. Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords. I hope those are all in your view. Let's move those up. Yeah, I think you can see those. Yeah. Okay, right. Reading number 3. Your world is about to change. And what I want to say is, it's about time. I'm feeling, it's really interesting, I'm feeling really chirpy here. It's literally like there's a doorway opening for you. What I feel is that you've you've grown up in an environment where, if I'm truly honest, I think you were really significantly put down. And somehow, I think something of that popped up in later points in your life. Because it does, you know, it's like the energy clings, really. I mean, that's the best way of saying it, I think. The energy of those kinds of things clings. I literally feel like, if I'm honest, I don't think 4th house home, 10 of Pentacles, I think that everything you dreamed of, you know, being part of a happy family, I'm not convinced it was, okay, for all kinds of reasons, and those are really irrelevant. But it left you with something deep down inside you that has left you feeling afraid to collaborate. It's left you feeling afraid that, like, it's like you didn't feel you could ever belong. Okay, this is about to change. Okay, literally, the energy, the moon, setting sun, woman, the moon phase, this beautiful energy of new beginnings. Your team of the universe, it's not even just your spirit team, it's like, it feels like this is a really much bigger team that we're drawing on and connecting with today in these readings. That team is saying to you, you deserve more. You didn't do anything wrong, but now you need to take a risk. You need to step out of your comfort zone, and you need, without being afraid of the outcome, you need to trust that you can actually have this. You can create this, okay? This is like an invitation to have faith, to set your new moon wishes and your new moon intentions. I think they are especially orientated around kind of family, actually. I say family, but a sense of belonging. I feel like you guys are longing to feel nurtured, protected by a group of people, by a family or by a community, or that's what I feel. To feel that you can safely collaborate, to feel that you can genuinely be loved and appreciated without being put down, without extra demands made upon you, without people bending your ear all the time. Look at all these 5s we have here. Very big clue here. I would say age of 5 would have been particularly relevant for you. Going back to the start of this, maybe actually it might even have been when you started school. It might not have been at home, but of course this is connected to your home life. Community, reaching out. What's the first time in our lives when we really reach out, we step out of the door into the world in a bigger way? It's around the age of 5 when we move into that school environment. And, you know, people can be really slaughtered. Now, in a way, this is a reading that should be looking forwards, because we're looking at wishes and intentions. We are looking at the dream of the future. That is the setting sun woman is the keeper of tomorrow's dreams. This reading, it feels like the team of the universe for you, rather than just your spirit team. The universe, the moon, the sun, the stars, the planets are saying to you, right, enough is enough here. You didn't do anything wrong. Now it's time to take a risk and believe in yourself, believe in your entitlement, and believe in us to give to you. It's really interesting. They're saying to you as well, it's time for you to create. Set some wishes, have a go, okay? Go for it, have a go. I think your wishes and intentions ultimately are possibly more focused around family, around, you know, the Pentacles can be career, health, family, but this really does feel like this is about your family, your home, wanting to belong, wanting to find the community, the connection with people, your tribe. And look at these two. She's looking backwards here. You look at this, and here we have this little girl who looks at to me around 5 years old, that kind of age. This one is looking backwards, and she is starting to look ahead, and she has courage in her eyes, this card. Look at her. You know, she is wistful, and she's slightly turning. She's ready to turn, and the little one is turning too, and this one is looking ahead with determination. Right, this is a really interesting reading connecting to wishes and intentions. This is a message that says, right, it is time for you to look forwards and look ahead. This is the stuff of the past. There are going to be many choices that are made available to you. Okay, many choices. Many doors and many keys to open doorways for you. But the way that things used to be, that's not right for you anymore. It is now time for you to create the world that you want for yourself. The world of your own desires, to find your tribe. You haven't done anything wrong. Literally, the rune of joy carried across the gap by the wings of heaven. A new dawn. It literally is. It's like the sun rising, the fog lifting, the mist lifting, seeing clearly. I feel this little starfish too. Really feels as though you probably got, you know how starfish can be camouflaged. You know, when they're under the water, you could be scuba diving and you wouldn't even know they were there, and suddenly they move. You know, sometimes the sand covers them over. And then suddenly a wave will come and you see them suddenly in all their beautifulness. I feel like you really did get swept under the carpet. And somehow something of that has lingered. Now, this is now a time of complete rebirth. It really, really is. This is a new dawn for you. You're stepping over. So we're being shown this kind of background information. The 5's very interesting, that connection, that age group. Of course, the difficulty is if we experience bullying or targeting, whether it's in the home or at school, it really stays with us. It really does stay with us, and it gets in the way of you being able to then manifest the things you want in life, because, you know, actually we get fearful of collaborating and connecting with people because it doesn't feel safe to be a part of a community or part of a group. But actually this is over. The situation's getting better. You are stepping over a threshold into a very, very new place. You're establishing new boundaries. You know, no longer are people going to bend your ear. You actually know you've been quite wistfully dreaming, but almost not daring to believe that that dream could be real. Your dreams have been heard, okay? Yeah, you literally have almost kept yourself under lock and key. You've denied yourself, interestingly enough, I think, some of the choices that were available to you for fear of things being taken away. You know, actually, if you have somebody if you have bullies around you, it doesn't feel safe to have anything. Anyway, I'm just going to stop on that note. I hope, what I will say reading number 3 is, I really, really hope that in what has been shown to us so far, that you feel heard. You feel heard, you feel understood, and you feel recognized. Recognized is what I hear. Now it's time for the new. Now it's time for you to move forwards and to start to manifest. What do you want? Okay, what do you want for yourself? Okay, it's time. literally, and the universe is 100% behind you. Let's draw some more cards. Let's take another pack of tarot cards and say, can we have information, please? More information for reading number 3 about how to move forwards with their wishes and their intentions and what the future is holding for them. We've been shown the past. I mean, setting some woman, the keeper of tomorrow's dreams, I feel like she holds people's dreams safely sometimes, keeps them safe when everything else is feeling as though it's crumbling. Okay, so may we ask for more information now. How is the future going to unfold? What dreams and what wishes and intentions can we be guided with for reading number 3? Let's have a little look here. Okay. Right, wow. First off, invocation. Super. Look at this. Reading number 3, manifest with the moon. Now, I have uploaded a video about manifesting with the new moon, with this particular new moon. That's the energy that I'm recording this in. Of course, it's a timeless reading. If you're tuning into any new moon, you can do this. But I am uploading manifest with the moon videos with every phase, so you may find that helpful. It's time for you to invoke what you want. Oh, look at this. 6 of discs. This is lovely. Relax. Okay. Turn the volume of anxiety down and relax. Okay. This is going to come to you. Comfort, security. That's what I'm seeing. You're really wanting security, safety. The universe. Lovely. It's going to deliver. Okay, so what I'm seeing is clearly the specifics of your new moon wishes will be unique and individual to you, but it feels as if there's an underlying, it's like a foundation stone sort of wish. That's what we're being shown here for you, reading number 3, that it is really worth, with all the specifics that you would wish for every month as you use your new moon wishes and intentions, the one to evoke primarily as a foundation stone, maybe it's like wish number 1 out of 10. I make 10 new moon wishes and 10 new moon intentions on every new moon. Now, I think for you guys, it's wish number 1 would be, you know, I want security and safety. I want to feel secure and safe, you know, and I want this to easily happen. That's a really good number 1 wish for you. Looking at this comfort, security, safety. The universe is going to respond. Look at that arm up there. It's like same as this arm here. Look at this. Out of the girls, one looking back, the child here, receiving protection at last, knowing that they're safe. This arm is going up. The universe is going to respond. That's what we're being told here. We have the Knight of Swords. Wow. Things happening really quite quickly, quite dynamically. Laying things to rest that might previously have been not okay for you. 5s again. Always so many 5s coming out for you guys. We then have the card of Temperance. This is the rainbow bridge of, this is the rainbow bridge of healing coming through for you. Really lovely. We then have the Ace of Discs, and you have another card, the Death card again. Yes. We have the card of the Lovers. We have the card of the Empress. Another 5 of Wands. Oh, we have the Chariot, and then lastly, but not leastly, we have the Magician. Let's place that here. Okay. Right, Super Souls. Wow. Reading number 3. Primary wish. You're being invited to make a primary wish that is almost like a foundation. It's like something that would envelop everything else. So for example, if you wanted to manifest a relationship, you would be asking for a relationship that makes you feel safe and secure. If you are manifesting a new career, or a new job, you're asking for something that will be financially secure, bringing you safety and security. If you are, if you are asking for health, safety, security and kindness coming into your life. If you're asking for a new community of people to connect with, then you want people who are far more interested in nurturing you and taking the time to listen to you and care for you, so that you can also care for them back. A mutually responsive, caring environment. A balanced environment. This is lovely. This is an invitation for you to be happy and for you to have what you need. This is exactly what this card says. The universe wishes to deliver happiness and abundance to you because you deserve it. You currently do not have as much as you should have. It's like things have been out of balance in some way, shape or form. There's a foundation stone that needs to be in place. In your intentions, so wishes are when we speak from the heart and the soul of the things we desire. You're being advised or informed that one of the best ways to infuse your wishes, to make your wishes, to set wishes that the universe can respond to, is to cast a foundation of safety and security around every single wish that you make. That's your foundation stone. I wish to feel safe and secure. You know, if you want a relationship, if you want a community, if you want a job, whatever you want and whatever you are bringing into your world, you are bringing in wishes and securities that connect with safety and security. You know, consistent income, you know, kindness and care, you know, a relationship that makes you feel safe and secure, all of these things, okay? And these are going to be things that are transformative experiences. So you are asking also in your wishes for everything that you wish for to be brought to you in a way that will heal and transform, opening a space of new beginnings for you, of new trust. That's what you are wishing to manifest, okay? Intentions are different. Intentions are, whereas wishes are the realm of the heart, intentions are the realm of the mind. And they also indicate things that we are prepared to do. I intend to do this, or I commit to doing. You're being also advised to make a commitment to taking some risks, because you will need to step out of your comfort zone. Perhaps one of your intentions might be, you know, actually I commit or I intend to take some very little steps and test the waters, you know, so that I can feel safe in a steady way. You know, venture into the world. I will join a group which I know is, you know, I'll research. I commit to researching, you know, social groups that I want to join, so that I know that when I join, that they have really clear boundaries. It's that sort of, I commit to doing something. So you're going to need to do something here, and your intentions also need to be infused on that foundation of security and safety. What I'm seeing is you're going to burn your bridges, let go, 2 5s again. Really interesting. You're going to be letting go of stuff that has troubled you for a long time. And the universe is literally saying, we want to give to you. This stuff has been lingering. It's time to let it go. The Chariot. This is going to move forwards really quickly. Balance your wishes and your intentions. Okay, so I've spoken about this. I don't want to say too much in your reading, because I've put it all in the video that I've just uploaded about new moon wishes and intentions. But a new moon is effectively a time when the sun and the moon come together. From our perspective, they literally unite in the sky. And so it is a joining of the masculine and the feminine, which is why setting wishes, which is the domain of the feminine, of the heart, of the emotions, and the sun energy, the domain of the masculine, the divine masculine, the source energy, the creativity, that's where the intentions sit, the power of the mind. When we set wishes and intentions side by side, there's real power in that. So I won't say too much because it's kind of all talked about in that video, but this reading number 3, is literally inviting you to set both, and to do so in a balanced manner. Literally, both sides are equal here. And within that equality, the universe can then respond and things will happen very, very quickly. This is your time to receive. Whatever has taken place in the past, it is now your time to step over the threshold and have joy, life, light, spark. Look at the energy there, it's gorgeous. However you have been feeling, this situation will improve. It's time for you to manifest. It literally is. It's time to look ahead. It's time for the universe to deliver to you. These readings have been fascinating to me. You know, I think it's the first time I've actually directly asked the energy of a specific moon, you know, the clan moon mother of setting sun woman. I've not done a reading where I've asked specifically for messages, and what's come through is such a connection to the universe offering support. It's like your universal support team, as opposed to just your, and I say just because I mean, my goodness me, your spirit teams are amazing. You know, your guides, your angels, all that walk with you and love and guide you and support you, your power animals, your totem animals, they are all connected. There is no differentiation, but it feels like there is so much support coming into these readings. And reading number 3, you are literally being invited to set very clear wishes and intentions, but infuse everything in the energy of, or in the primary desire of safety, security, kindness, nurture, all of those things. The universe, it feels like it can't wait to give to you, which is just heavenly, absolutely heavenly. I'm just going to draw a few more cards to sort of wrap up the reading, really. But I'm feeling really good for you. I feel like whatever has been taking place, it goes back, and there were some roots in childhood. That's certainly true. You've had so many 5s here, you know, in each set of the tarot. But let's just see what else we are shown, just as an affirmation, perhaps. See what we are offered here. We have 2 cards, and there, that's your last card. Oh wow, look at that angel. Wow. And the butterfly of transformation. Okay, King of Hearts, healer. Look at that, to get the king and the queen. Wow, this is beautiful. The King of Hearts, healer, the Queen of Hearts, sixth sense, the Page of Angels, mysticism. To have a page, a queen and a king is amazing. The transformation, this is the energy. The reason this is a page is really interesting, because page, the energy of the page is, you know, the knights are, they're more established, okay? The energy of the pages are sort of, it's almost like that youthfulness that comes when we refine innocence, we refine trust, we start again. It's almost adolescent when we launch ourselves into the world and we're trying things out. And I do think you'll get to try a few things out, actually, but, you know, joyously, in order to build and to discover. Queen of Hearts, sixth sense, King of Hearts, healer. You are entering, by entering into the world, as you set your wishes and intentions, they are going to become a boundary of protection around you. The universe wishes you to succeed. You know, the energy coming out of my hands, even as a inner circle, I can really feel it. Really feel that you're literally surrounded. It's like this circular card, really is, with the joy held within. Queen of Hearts, sixth sense, literally you are surrounded. It's almost as if the universe wishes to parent you and give you the opportunities that somehow went wrong along the way. I do. I feel literally, I of all the readings I've done for a long time, this probably is at the top of the list in terms of the level of support that's being offered to you, in terms of transformation, of refinding your belief and refinding that sense of trust and innocence and of starting again. Mysticism, it's like believing in the bigger picture, knowing that the universe has your back and is totally supporting you. This is really beautiful. I feel quite honoured to have be allowed to give you this message. Actually, it's really interesting. Reading number 3. Beautiful people, I'm going to finish the reading now. I am truly sorry you had those experiences, because they were really very tough and they left their mark. But it is now time to step out of your comfort zone and literally over that threshold. And I know you might feel a bit wobbly, but please remember, I mean, this is a timeless reading. You could be checking in on this as I've uploaded it, or you might be watching it in 6 months' time or a year's time. I have a timeless readings playlist, and it is full of readings that answer specific questions. So anything that you are testing the waters with, if you have a wobble, check that timeless readings playlist, because there's probably going to be a reading to support you. I also post readings every single Sunday for weekly guidance, and again, they're timeless. You'll find the right reading for you when you need to. Trust your sixth sense, trust your intuition. So I'll put the link in the information box in the comments with the link to the playlist, so you can access those readings at any time. If you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. I'm going to put a ton of links in the information box in the comments with anything that might be helpful. I also have a whole free online library. I worked as an accredited counsellor, a psychotherapist for over 28 years. You know, I really, my work, my calling is to connect that psychological, emotional healing work with a more spiritual pathway and different ways of understanding ourselves. But there is a library that I have. It's totally free, always will be. It's full of stuff. There's meditations to help you understand emotions, difficult emotions, and transform them. There's a book I wrote to help transform emotions from being really challenging to really empowering. There's just a ton of stuff, so I'll just put every link I can in the information box for you. And also there's tutorials as well I'm doing now on Vimeo and on Patreon for anyone about learning to read cards. So just access anything that works for you, super souls. And I'm really sorry that you had a tough time, but this is such a powerful reading, because truly this is literally saying, the universe is saying to you, right, it's time you had more. You know, it's time for us to give to you. It's time you had more. You need to step out there, because we can't give it to you otherwise. So set your wishes, frame yourself in safety through the frame, the network, the framework of your wishes and of your intentions too, and we will support you in moving these forwards. And I'm seeing this happening quickly. Super souls, this is a beautiful reading, and I am really sending you the biggest hugs in the world, and really I'm excited for your future possibilities, because really this really is a new dawn for you. God, I mean, I don't think I've ever done a reading where it was just so, right, we want to give to you. You've done nothing wrong. What can we give you? How can we help you? Please step out of your front door so that we can help you. It's just gorgeous. Reading number 3, I am sending you so much love. It's a privilege to do a reading and share this message with you. Tons and tons of love to you.